Brazil. A land of breathtaking landscapes, rich culture, and stories that will send chills down your spine. From haunted mansions to UFO sightings, this country has its fair share of mysteries. In this video, we'll explore 5 of the most well-documented paranormal cases in Brazil. Now, let me clarify. I approach these stories with a skeptic's lens, but an open mind. Paranormal or not, these accounts are undeniably fascinating. So grab a cup of coffee, dim the lights, and let's dive into the unexplained. Case 1. The Joelma Building Fire. Our first story takes us to São Paulo, to the infamous Joelma Building. On February 1st, 1974, a devastating fire broke out, killing nearly 200 people. While the tragedy is already unsettling, the aftermath gave rise to chilling paranormal claims. Residents and visitors have reported ghostly apparitions, disembodied screams, and feelings of dread within the building. One particularly eerie story involves the so-called 13 souls, victims who were trapped in an elevator and perished together. Many believe their spirits never left. Witnesses have described seeing shadowy figures and even hearing muffled cries echoing through the halls, long after the building was rebuilt and reopened. Skeptics argue that these experiences are a mix of psychological trauma and urban legend, but could there be something more? The one thing I'm certain about, whether spirits linger or not, the Joelma fire remains etched in the city's memory. Case 2. Varginha UFO Incident. Now, let's talk extraterrestrials. In 1996, the small town of Varginha became the epicenter of Brazil's most famous UFO story. Locals reported seeing a strange, cigar-shaped object crash in the area. Soon after, witnesses claimed to have encountered a creature, small, with brown skin, large red eyes, and a strange odor. It wasn't long before the military intervened, fueling rumors of a government cover-up. What makes this case so fascinating are the detailed testimonies. For instance, 3 young women claimed they saw the creature crouched near a wall, describing it as trembling and injured. Shortly after, strange military operations were reported in the area, with rumors of the creature being captured. To this day, skeptics attribute the sightings to mass hysteria, possibly fueled by media sensationalism or misidentifications of local wildlife. However, UFO enthusiasts argue the military's secretive actions lend credibility to the story. Whether alien visitors or human imagination, the Varginha incident continues to spark debates worldwide. Case 3. Casa das Sete Mortes, House of the Seven Deaths. Our third case takes us to Salvador, Bahia, and the Casa das Sete Mortes, the House of Seven Deaths. This 19th century mansion is infamous for a series of unexplained deaths that occurred within its walls. Some accounts link the deaths to family disputes and even curses, creating a dark aura around the property. Over the years, visitors and locals have reported hearing whispers, footsteps, and even screams coming from the abandoned property. One witness described seeing a woman in 19th century clothing staring out of a window, only to vanish when approached. Skeptics suggest these experiences are the result of a decaying building amplifying natural sounds or overactive imaginations. But believers argue that the violent history has left an undeniable mark. Whether haunted or simply a relic of the past, the Casa das Sete Mortes remains a haunting reminder of Salvador's dark history. Case 4. Operation Saucer. In 1977, the quiet island of Colares in northern Brazil became the site of one of the most chilling UFO encounters ever documented. Strange, luminous objects appeared in the night sky, firing beams of light at terrified residents. Victims reported burns, puncture wounds, and symptoms similar to radiation exposure. The locals called them chupa chupa, the thing that sucks from you, believing the lights were draining their energy. As fear spread, the Brazilian Air Force launched Operation Saucer, a top-secret investigation. Over months, officials gathered thousands of pages of reports, photographs, and film, documenting the unexplained activity. The lead investigator, Colonel Uirangue Holanda, later revealed that his team personally witnessed these craft performing impossible maneuvers. Despite the overwhelming evidence, the operation was suddenly shut down in 1978. The government dismissed the sightings as hysteria, but the declassified files tell a different story. With Holanda's mysterious death years later, Operation Saucer remains one of Brazil's most unsettling UFO cases, one that still raises more questions than answers. Case 5. The Guarulhos Poltergeist. In 1973, a modest home in Guarulhos became the center of an inexplicable paranormal event. It began with strange noises, knocking sounds echoing through the walls, furniture shifting on its own. Then, small fires started appearing spontaneously throughout the house, vanishing as quickly as they ignited. Witnesses, including police officers and firefighters, claim to have seen objects moving without explanation, with no one standing near them. At its worst point, unexplained incidents began occurring. Not only was furniture affected, but people also started suffering mysterious wounds. Family, friends, and even an 18-month-old baby experienced harm that was severe enough to raise concern, as reported in the news. It was as if some unseen force filled with anger was behind the inexplicable injuries. For the family, it felt like an unimaginable nightmare. At the heart of the disturbances was a young woman, leading investigators to suspect a poltergeist, a phenomenon often linked to individuals undergoing emotional stress. Paranormal experts and scientists alike were baffled, as no fraud or external cause could be found. Eventually, the activity faded, but the case left behind more than just fear. It remains one of Brazil's most well-documented and unexplained poltergeist incidents, challenging what we understand about the limits of reality. So, there you have it, 5 of Brazil's most intriguing paranormal cases. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, these stories challenge us to think about what might lie beyond our understanding. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. Which case do you find most compelling? Do you want to hear more about any of them? And if you have your own paranormal story, I'd love to hear it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more explorations into the unknown. Thanks for watching The Paranormal Case.